The valley was quiet but not peaceful. Two armies stood facing each other, fear hanging in the air like a heavy cloud. Every morning and every evening, a giant stepped forward from the Philistine camp. His name was Goliath. His armor shined like iron under the sun, his voice thundered across the valley, and his challenge struck fear into every heart. "Choose a man to fight me," he roared. "If he wins, we will serve you. If I win, you will serve us." No one moved. Not a single soldier. Even the king trembled. Days turned into weeks, and still no one answered him. Far from the battlefield, a young shepherd was tending sheep. His name was David. He was not a soldier. He was not trained for war. But he knew something the others had forgotten. He knew God. One day, his father sent him to the battlefield to bring food to his brothers. As David arrived, he heard the giant's voice echo again. The same challenge, the same fear, the same silence. David looked around and saw men shaking, warriors hiding behind armor that could not protect their hearts. He felt something rise inside him, not fear but anger, not pride but faith. "Who is this man," David said, "that he should defy the army of the living God?" The word spread quickly until they reached the king. David was brought before him. The king looked at the boy and saw only youth, only weakness. "You cannot fight him," the king said. "You are just a boy, and he has been a warrior from his youth." But David stood firm. His voice was calm but filled with fire. "I have fought lions. I have fought bears. When they came for my sheep, I struck them down. The God who saved me then will save me now." The king hesitated, then agreed. He placed his armor on David, heavy and unfamiliar. David tried to move, but it did not fit. He removed it piece by piece. This battle would not be fought with borrowed strength. David walked down to the stream. The sound of water was gentle, almost peaceful, in contrast to the tension of the battlefield. He bent down and picked up 5 smooth stones. Simple, small, enough. With a sling in his hand and faith in his heart, David stepped onto the field. The ground seemed to shake as Goliath moved forward. He saw David and laughed, a deep, mocking sound. "Am I a dog," he shouted, "that you come to me with sticks?" He cursed David and stepped closer, ready to crush him. But David did not stop. "You come to me with sword and spear," David said, his voice steady, "but I come to you in the name of the Lord." The moment froze. Then it broke. Goliath moved forward, confident, unstoppable. David ran toward him, fearless, closing the distance. His hand reached into his pouch, pulled out a stone, placed it in the sling, and with one swift motion released it. The stone flew through the air. Straight, fast, certain. It struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant stopped. For a brief second, everything was silent. Then he fell. The ground thundered as his body hit the earth. The warrior who had terrified an army lay still, defeated by a shepherd boy with a stone. David stood over him, breathing steady, eyes fixed. The impossible had happened. The fear that once filled the valley shattered. The army that once hid now rose with a shout. The enemy that once seemed unbeatable was now nothing. Victory did not come from size. It did not come from armor. It came from faith. And on that day the world saw that God does not fight the way men fight.